In the news, Senate reject fresh move to create grazing routes for cattle rearers. Kogi set up state electricity regulatory agency. US signals support for possible ICC sanctions over Israel warrants. And in sport, manager Mauricio Pochettino leaves Chelsea. This is the MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Abiodun Sadiq. Thanks for joining us. The celebration of President Bola Tinubu's first anniversary in the office will be on a low-key. According to Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, this decision, he explained, reflects the current circumstances in the country. Idris made this announcement on Wednesday during a World Press Conference held to mark the occasion. He was accompanied by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, and the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Abubakar Bagudu. The minister emphasized that the low-key celebration was a deliberate choice in response to prevailing national conditions, underscoring the administration's sensitivity to the nation's challenges. The Senate on Tuesday rejected fresh moves to create grazing routes for cattle rearers in the country. The upper chamber also resolved to raise an ad hoc committee to organize a national summit to probe the lingering issue of farmers-elders clashes in the country and come up with the recommendation for further legislative action. The resolutions were secret to the Senate consideration of a motion on the attack and killing of residents in Omala local government area of Kogi State, allegedly by herdsmen. The motion was moved by Senator Issa Jubril, APC Kogi East. The Kogi State Executive Council meeting, chaired by Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo and Chairman of Council, has given approval to set up the Kogi State Electricity Regulatory Agency. This and other far-reaching decisions were taken as measures to take the state to new heights. The approval to set up the Kogi State Electricity Regulatory Agency followed the advantage of the state water mass, solar potentials, and massive coal deposit. According to the Commissioner for Information, Kingsley Fanwell, the state has all it takes to generate and distribute power.
The Kogi State is at the verge of having an electricity regulatory commission that will be able to generate, where we can generate power, distribute power, and that will enhance industrialization in the state, and we'll be able to take ownership of that. The legal framework towards that will be discussed with you by the Commissioner of Justice and the Attorney General of the state. Council also approved strengthening of strategies for intelligence gathering across the state. We commended the people of Kogi State for volunteering intelligence to security agencies to be able to carry out their duties effectively and efficiently. But at the same time, we also want to strengthen, gathering of this intelligence by protecting the identity of people who give this intelligence. And he said that Kogi is open to investors, but those investors must be ready to set up their processing plants in the state. It's not a matter of carrying our coal to another state to go and be processing, or carrying our iron ore to another state to process, or our gold or lithium. If you want to invest in Kogi State, you must be ready to set up the plants here so that we can reap the multiplier effect of such an investment.
I can assure you that this government is desirous of taking the state to the next level. The government of this administration is a consolidated one to the former administration. And in the course of the EXCO meeting, several bills were considered for transmission to the Kogi State House of Assembly for consideration and passage into law. Most of these bills, if they are considered by the Kogi State House of Assembly and passed into law, will strongly take Kogi State into a competing level with states like Lagos State and Rivers State. Part of the bills is the one to establish Electricity Regulation Commission for the state. The governor in council was able to make us understand that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have given permission to all the state governors to have electricity agency within the state so that they can regulate their energy. And that his desire is that Kogi State becomes the first among the states in Nigeria to have that agency. And bringing the bill through the Ministry of Justice, we're able to expedite action, and I was able to present the bill to the EXCO, and the EXCO approved it for transmission to the Kogi State House of Assembly.
Approval was also given for modalities to make the state play a big role in mineral exploration in line with the federal government policies on solid minerals, mining and processing.
You can see that this government, led by His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo, the 5th Executive Governor of Kogi State, has hit the ground running and is ready to place Kogi State in the world map in terms of investment and revenue generation prowess. Kogi State is one of the states with so many solid minerals untapped, and his government is ready to tap those minerals to the benefit of our people, benefit of Kogi, and to the benefit of Nigeria. Today, the ESCO has graciously approved the lithium exploration, lithium processing plant, and the mining lease for 5 of the already acquired solid minerals, that is from coal to gold, lithium, tantalum, and iron ore. This will create job opportunity, will boost our revenue base of the state, and Kogi State will start laughing in no distant time. And by the grace of God, the Ministry of Solid Mineral and Natural Resources, which I'm heading, will make judicious use of this time to place Kogi State as an investment hub. And Kogi State will be placed in the world map, and by the grace of God, all the Kogites will not regret voting for Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo. I will not regret voting for APC, because we are ready to develop the sector for the benefit of all of us.
Also, at the council meeting, the Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo said his administration would cut down the cost of governance in order to save resources for massive infrastructural development. The council also approved the engagement of Kinetic Innovation Limited as the consultant to the Kogi State government for the development of the State Electricity Regulatory Commission. The governor of Kogi State, Ahmed Usman Ododo, has issued a directive for the immediate commencement of work at the proposed 100-unit housing estate under the Renewed Hope housing project in the state. The governor made these announcements when he received the management team of the Federal Housing Authority, FHA, who was on a working visit to Lokoja, the state capital, led by the managing director, Ayatunde Ojo.
Reason why PENCOM fund is necessary to be put in infrastructural development. You see, the challenge is about the social contrast. I don't blame the people because successive government, one way or the other, have failed them. We've been in this country where snake will swallow money, and we don't want snake to swallow the PENCOM fund. You see, when there's a trust between the government, those who read politics, history, lawyer, will know what social contrast is all about. It's just the same thing. The people voted for Your Excellency. The reason why they gave you that vote is you must protect their lives and property. You must give them, because they realize that we can't live in a jugular world. You have to live in a defined world. And that's how you have a king, and you have governors, you have president. You see, once this fund is put into infrastructural build, these houses we are going to build, Excellency, profit will be made out of it. Some of it to civil servants, some of it to private.
Governor Ododo emphasized that the meeting aimed to finalize modalities for implementing the Renewed Hope housing project in the state, showcasing his administration's commitment to align with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda.
On behalf of Kogi State, I want to appreciate you as the agency for the recognition given to Kogi State. If you see the configuration of this team, we are occupying 27%. And going by our percentage, in terms of 37 states, including the FCT, I think it's less than 2%. So for giving us this consideration, it will not be taken for granted. We sincerely appreciate you for that wonderful recognition. We are doing a lot. We're not going to make noise. If you have that money, we will use it to serve our people. We are ready. We are committed to make sure we join hands with Mr. President to pull ourselves out of this inherited economic crisis. And we want to appreciate him. His effort is yielding results. Going to your requests, it's just like yesterday. When are you coming to mobilize to sites?
The governor described the meeting with the Federal Housing Authority's management as timely, given his administration determination to ensure that Kogi State benefit from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's effort to address Nigerians' housing deficit through the Renewed Hope housing project.
In matter of policy or law, we have introduced quarterly palliative distribution to households. It's not for APC. It is not for any religious group. It is for the household, Kogi State household. Because the resources of our dear state, both the one that is coming from Federation, is meant for all of us. It is not meant for politicians alone. It is not meant for civil servants alone. It is meant for the entirety of Kogi State. And that is another way. Outside security, outside the agricultural project or program that we are doing now, quarterly palliative is key. Secondly, we have declared state of emergency on primary health sector. As we speak, we have advertised that by next week, by the special grace of God Almighty, we have picked 70 primary health care centers to be upgraded at least to a standard that the issue of delivery, the issue of malaria, the issue of appendix and what have you will be handled at that primary level. And we have taken stock of how many primary care centers we have as far as Kogi State is concerned. We have about 858 primary health care centers, almost there. But inshallah, we are reviving 70, 33 per local government, which is 63. There are some interior communities that doesn't have one. We are building fresh one. And as we speak, we have the fund because we are all sacrificing to serve us.
Acknowledging previous efforts by the state government to tackle the housing deficit, Governor Ododo highlighting Kogi State's importance in the federal government policy to provide affordable housing for Nigerians under the Renewed Hope agenda, given its strategic location.
Kogi State is giving FHA 100 hectares. 100 hectares of land for the New Hope City with full compensation paid. We are ever ready. Some people don't know. Bringing housing projects into any state, indirectly you are helping us to solve the issue of insecurity. Because clearing 100 hectares of land will push them fast. That is one. Two, state government cannot do it alone. You are equally helping me to deliver on my campaign promises.
He emphasized that Kogi State is an ideal location for the Federal Housing Authority to kickstart the Renewed Hope City project under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope Housing Project. Kogi State is allocating 100 hectares of land to the Federal Housing Authority to support this initiative to construct Renewed Hope City. The publisher of the Nigerian Post newspaper, Mike Abu, has charged employees of Kogi State Internal Revenue Service to come up with new content that would generate more revenue in the state. Abu gave the charge on Tuesday at one-day training for the Corporate Communication Unit of KGIRS organized by Ochoma Media Communications. He maintained that the unit has an important role to play in improving the revenue generation of the state government, stressing that they represent the good image of the organization. According to him, Lagos State has been known to be the business hub of Africa for generating billions of naira from taxes, which is effectively utilized on the people. He re-emphasized the need for the fact-checking of news content by the unit, stressing that they should serve as influencers in a bid to get to their target audience. He, however, commended the chairman of Kogi State Internal Revenue Service, Sule Salihu Anehe, for his transparency and accountability in the agency, adding that under his watch, loopholes have been blocked. The indigenous people of Biafra won the Vice-Chancellor of the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Akwa Anambra State, Professor Charles Esimon, and the West African Examination Council. The group urged UNIZIK and WAEC to postpone all activities scheduled on May 30th, 2024 as IPOB set to mark Heroes Day in the Southeast region. Report also has it that the university convocation ceremony and WAEC exam will also happen on the same day as planned. In a statement issued by the group's media and publicity secretary, Ima Powerful said that Professor Esimon ought to know that 30th of May every year is Biafra Heroes Day and should not fix any program of the university on that day, adding that WAEC should have known that day is sacrosanct to all Igbo men and women. And on crime, investigators of the Gombe Zone Commander of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, have arrested a woman, Janti Emmanuel, for allegedly abusing the Nigerian currency. She was arrested on Monday, May 28th, following intelligence reports that spotted her spraying NAIRA notes at a social event. Upon arrest, the suspect was shown the video where she was dancing at Jikane Tumfere, Gombe State, and spraying NAIRA notes of 1,000 NAIRA denominations. She admitted committing the crime. She will be charged to court as soon as investigations are concluded. And on politics, the Cross River State House of Assembly has impeached the Speaker, Albert Ayambam. The motion was moved by Ephraim Ekerika, representing Calabar South 1 constituency, and seconded by Amag Charles Omang, representing Bekwara State constituency. The Speaker was impeached on the following grounds: gross financial misconduct, incompetency and wrong conduct of plenary proceedings, non-compliance with the Cross River State Legislature Fund Management Law 2021, and total failure to conduct leadership meetings. The motion of impeachment was signed by 19 out of the 25 members of the Assembly. Go on a short break now. We'll be right back.
My name is Suleiman Rahama. I came here to acquire a skill at background communication, which is cinematography and ENG editing. I would like to urge you guys at home to come here to learn skill because it's not just something that you just learn and that's it at home. It's something that's going to benefit you in the future. So this little time of mine, I hope I'm able to encourage you to come and learn this skill. Thank you for your time.
My name is Ashraf. I'm here at Bavon to acquire the skill of cinematography and editing. It has been a great experience, and I believe in the future this is going to help me greatly. And I'm inviting you guys to come and acquire skill, for this is going to be beneficial to every one of us. Thank you.
Let me introduce you to the CEO of Bavon Communication. Hello, I am Avoy Unwogu. I hope you people are coping. These are students of Bavon Communication and they've been learning on the ENG editing and cinematography. And I'm sure you people are coping very well. I hope your facilitator is teaching you people.
Yes, ma'am.
You guys very well. What am I expecting after the training?
Don't worry, I'm expecting a good result.
Wow, good editors and cinematographer. Your name? Narejima. What are you studying?
Cinematography and EMG editing.
Oh, beautiful.
Suleiman Mohammed. I'm studying cinematography and EMG editing.
Wow, and you?
My name is Suleiman Rahama. I'm studying cinematography and ENG editing.
Wow.
We are enjoying what we are getting from here. God bless you.
So my people, this training is not going to stop here. It's going to be every quarter. So watch out for the next quarter in the month of June, right? So please, and bring your children. If your children just finished secondary school, bring them, let them have something to hold on to before they even go to university. Even after the university, they can use this one to make money, good money for themselves. See ya.
Thank you for your time.
Bavon Communication Limited is an organized 2-week training that helps students to learn and acquire cinematography and ENG video editing.
Welcome back. And on the foreign scene, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has suggested he will work with lawmakers on potential sanctions against the International Crime Court as its prosecutors seek arrest warrants for senior Israeli officials. Blinken told a congressional hearing that he was committed to taking action against the profoundly wrong-headed decision. His comments come amid a Republican push to impose sanctions on ICC officials, which may see a vote as soon as possible. At the Tuesday hearing of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, James Riggs, top Republican, asked whether Blinken would support legislation to address the ICC striking its nose in the business of countries that have an independent, legitimate democratic judicial system. The ICC's chief prosecutor, Karim Khan, announced on Monday that he had applied for arrest warrants against the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. Kenya's government has defended the cost of President William Ruto's trip to the U.S. The price of hiring the luxury private jet in which he and his delegation traveled is estimated to be $1.5 million, according to Kenya's private KTN TV station. The benefit from his visit far outweighs such a million times, government spokesman Isaac Mura told the BBC without confirming the cost. More than 30 people, including a popular comedian, are reported to be accompanying the president, who landed in Atlanta, Georgia on Monday. Ruto is on a 4-day visit at the invitation of his U.S. counterpart Joe Biden. It is the first state visit by a Kenyan president to the U.S. in 2 decades and the first by an African leader in 16 years. Set to hold talks with Biden on Tuesday, focusing on trade and security partnership, including Kenya's pledge to lead a multinational mission to restore order in Haiti. It's not clear why the president opted for the private jet, but there have been safety concerns about the usual presidential plane, known as Aramembe, one which was bought nearly 30 years ago. And on sport, Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino has left the club by mutual consent after one season at Stamford Bridge. Pochettino, 52, took charge of Chelsea on 1st July, signing a 2-year contract with the option of a further 12 months. The Argentine was under pressure after an underwhelming first half of the season, but a run of 5 successive wins to end the season ensured they finished 6th in the Premier League. Chelsea were also runners-up in the Carabao Cup and reached the semi-finals of the FA Cup. The Gambia Football Federation (GFF) has appointed Johnny McKinstry as the head coach of its men's senior side. The Northern Irishman, who has led Gombe to successful Kenya League title, has been handed a 2-year contract and will begin the role on 1st of June. The GFF has tasked McKinstry, 38, with securing qualification for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. First matches in charge of the Scorpions will be the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Seychelles and Gabon on 8 and 11 June, respectively. McKinstry has previous experience at international level following spell in charge of Sierra Leone, Rwanda and Uganda. And that is the size of a news package. If you like what we're doing, do support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, MLC TV. Like and follow our Facebook pages, MLC TV, MLC TV2, MLC TV Yoruba, and Ibira Vabe, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, X handle Malachite TV, and TikTok, Malachite_TV. For your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, advert placement, or sponsorship, please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join Malachite TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday 7 p.m., Political Arena. Sunday 6 p.m., Women's Ward. Sunday 7 p.m., KGIRS. Monday 9 a.m., The Opinion. And Monday 9 p.m., Senior Citizen Alcove with Avoy. It's Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please be your brother's keepers to build a happier and better society together. I am Abiodun Sadiq. Thanks for watching.